Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another Storytime Quickie. We are doing a Grimm's Complete Fairy Tales Quickie. Today's is number 18, The Straw, the Coal, and the Bean. Now, this is a very short story tonight. It's going to be very, very fast. It's going to go by very quickly. But I'm pretty sure people are still going to enjoy it. So let's get it right into this, okay? In a village dwelt a poor old woman who had gathered together a dish of beans and wanted to cook them. So she made a fire on her hearth, and so that it might burn quicker, she lighted it with a handful of straw. When she was emptying the bean into the pan, one dropped without her observing it, and lay on the ground beside the straw. And soon afterwards, a burning coal from the fire leapt down to the two. Then the straw began and said, "Dear friends, from where do you come here?" The coal replied, "I fortunately sprang out of the fire, and if I had not escaped by main force, my death, my death would have been certain. I should have been burnt to ashes." The bean said, "I too have escaped with a whole skin, but if the old woman had got me into the pan, I should have been made into broth without any mercy like my comrades." "And would a better fate have fallen to my lot?" said the straw. "The old woman had destroyed all my brethren in fire and smoke. She seized 60 of them at once and took their lives. I luckily slipped through her fingers. But what are we to do now?" said the coal. "I think," answered the bean, "that as we have so fortunately escaped death, we should keep together like good companions, and lest a new misfortune should overtake us here, we should go away together to a foreign country." The proposition pleased the two others, and they set out on their way in company. Soon, however, they came to a little brook, and as there was no bridge or footplank, they did not know how they were to get over it. The straw hit on a good idea and said, "I will lay myself straight across, and then you can walk over on me as on a bridge." The straw therefore stretched itself from one bank to the other, and the coal, who was of an impetuous disposition, tripped quite boldly on to the newly built bridge. But when she had reached the middle and heard the water rushing beneath her, she said she was, after all, afraid, and stood still, and ventured no further. The straw, however, began to burn, broke in two pieces, and fell into the stream. The coal slipped after her, hissed when she got into the water, and breathed her last. The bean, who had prudently stayed behind on the shore, could not but laugh at the event, was unable to stop, and laughed so heartily that she burst. It would have been all over for her, likewise, if by good fortune a tailor who was traveling in search of work had not sat down to rest by the brook. As he had a compassionate heart, he pulled out his needle and thread and sewed her together. The bean thanked him most prettily, but as the tailor used black thread, all beans since have a black seam. Oh, interesting. You know what this kind of reminds me of? It reminds me of Batman's Killing Joke. The very end of Killing Joke, quite a bit. Where especially with the bean, I mean the bean laughing at the misfortune of the straw and the coal, it's so fitting to that story how like the Joker's like, "Oh, you just laugh at me," or "Are you kidding? What was it? Why would I trust you? You're insane," And it's funny because they're both like insane patients. So it's a really fucking cool story. I think it's very short, but it's so weird that it still stretches even to our modern day audiences in some ways through our contemporary stories. So that was number 18, The Straw, the Coal, and the Bean from Grimm's Complete Fairy Tales. I will be doing another reading tomorrow if you'd like to participate. I usually do them sometime around 10, 9:30 ish. It depends on how sleepy I usually get around those times. But it is kind of late night, 10 p.m. I'm trying to push it a little bit earlier because I know EST time. It's a little bit earlier, so it's like 2 hours behind. So maybe people might like it better if I did it a bit earlier as well. I will be posting up this video up on YouTube as well under my playlist for Storytime Quickies. I also, if you're watching from Twitch, please hit the follow button and make sure the notification button is on. It goes a long way because it lets you know when I'm going to be going live next. It's very important for that. I'm here just for the laughs and giggles and, hanging out with cool people. Um, so, you guys can catch me next time. If you're watching from YouTube, please hit the like, subscribe down below as well. Make sure you comment, it helps with the algorithms. And I'll catch you next time on another Storytime Quickie later. And as always, don't be a stranger. Bye.